Hi everyone, I'm Imtiaz, and as you all know that we are in the month of August, and Indian sports is yet to be back in action, and eagerly we have been waiting for our athletes to take the field and the courts to be in action again. And to fill this void, we have started this series called India's Next Gen, where we bring some promising talent of our countries to like who have been playing their sport, and we ask them what are their future plans and what made them start their journey and everything. So today we have us with us two promising TT players, Mudit Dani and Harmeet Desai. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
So
so much.
first of all, I would like to ask, how has been this 3 months been for you guys? So Mudit, if you can
You can go first, yeah.
start.
Sorry?
Let's start. So how look
Yeah,
how
so
has been this 3 months for you?
yeah, so of course, I think being home is always a luxury for me because as you would imagine, everyone knows, I think we're always traveling, playing matches in India and abroad. So obviously being home has been very good for me. I've been able to take a little bit of rest as well, be with my family,
Hmm.
learn some new things,
Hmm.
and obviously work on some very specific things in my fitness and my game as well. Like I've been able to think a lot. So yeah, it's been pretty good, I think, for me. Just trying to make the most of every day.
And what about you, Hamid?
Yeah, it's like a very long off season, I would say, because I've never had such a long time at home.
Hmm.
And the first time in the last 12, 13 years that I got to spend so much time with my parents and my family. So I'm really happy to be at home for such a long time because also I've said this earlier in some interviews, but again, my mother also tells me every time that she doesn't want the lockdown to get over or she doesn't want me to go away to play because she's enjoying it too.
Okay.
So I have been wanting to stay at home since so many years, but this was the time, and I have done so many new things. I've learned to cook some of the dishes from my mother, and I wanted to play some music all these years, but I couldn't. I had one piano, but I couldn't play that too. So I've done all this kind of stuff, and also I've continued to train. I didn't want it to lose the rhythm of my table tennis, and also I've kept myself physically and mentally fit. I'm always doing yoga and I'm also continuing to do my physical workout. So I'm keeping myself in shape, and I hope that when I get back to the table, I'll be able to cope up with the other players.
Okay. So Mudit, I have a question for you. Like, you had an impressive journey in the last 2 years. Like, you were ranked 774, if I'm not wrong, and then in about 2 years, it was a massive jump to 200. So, how did it all happen, or what will you be aside the reason for this?
No, I think, I mean, just seeing 2 years is a little short. I think there's a lot of work that goes
Hmm.
into it. I think it
Hmm.
all started many years ago.
Hmm.
Harmeet Bhai was in Sweden for when the first time when I went there when I was about 13 years old.
Okay.
So obviously there's been continuous work since then. I've also got the opportunity to play lots of matches
Hmm.
on the senior circuit
Hmm.
in the last 2 years. So obviously that has also helped a lot.
Hmm.
But I think it's just a continuous sort of routine, continuous sort of work that goes on
Hmm.
that you have to keep improving yourself. And that's something that has helped me. I think I understood my game better, my fitness better. I understood a lot of things about myself, and that has been important to sort of help me in this big jump.
Okay. So, like, you are now in the like top 10. You were when you made the transition. You were in the top 10 of the Indian players. So, how did this transition happen for you? Like, was it a smooth transition?
I think, I mean, in sports, it's all about putting in a lot of work, and in many ways, it's not completely smooth. I don't think
Hmm.
most players go up from, let's say, 10 to 5, 10 to 8 to 6 to 4. I mean, it's always up and down. So you might go from 10 to 6 to 8 to 4, back down to 7. I think for me it's not focusing on the rankings, not focusing on the numbers. It's just about improving myself. And it's about the work that I think I've been putting in the practice hall, in the gym. And obviously my mental training has helped a lot, because that's also a very important aspect of it. So I think there's sort of obviously it's not, it looks kind of smooth, but it's been pretty hard, and it's been a lot of work.
Harmeet, what about you? Like, you are the ranked third in our country right now, and 2019 has been an impressive year for you. You won the Commonwealth Table Tennis gold over there. So, how did this, like, 2019? How will you summarize the year?
Yeah, it was a very special year for me. I worked really hard, and at the beginning of 2019 uh, was not that great for me. I got a lot of time to train in Germany during that time, and I worked really hard with my coach over there. And Commonwealth Championship was really a special tournament where I could win 2 gold medals and a bronze medal, and that changed everything, because from there on I could win the Arjuna Award and then Indonesia Open National Championship. So the run was really good, and I have worked really hard for that. There have been so many difficult situations in my life, many struggles, and all sports persons do have that. And I feel that all the hard work is being paid off now. So I think if I can continue to play the level what I was playing in 2019, I think I can also reach higher ranking in the world, and also perform really well in the future.
Now you see that this is the time that an Indian team is reaching new heights in terms of success. Like, the table tennis team is like, they won the Commonwealth gold, then also they won medals in the Asian Games. So what do you think that is the secret behind all the success that is coming up lately?
For me,
Yeah, it's for you, Harmeet.
yeah. So I think the last 4 to 5 years have been really crucial for the Indian table tennis. India has jumped a lot in the world rankings. India is close to number 8 or number 9 in the world ranking right now, and we were 28, around 28 in the world ranking in 2016. So since then, we have improved a lot. There have been so many different things that have been happening in Indian table tennis, like UTT has come in, then the government has supported a lot in the Indian table tennis, because now also the schemes like the top scheme, where there are more than 4 to 5 players who are part of it, and also the youngsters who are getting this kind of opportunity to train under foreign coaches or to play in UTT. That has helped the Indian players to evolve, to know, to understand the game better, to interact with foreign players, and also now the belief is more than before, because we didn't believe so much that we can be as the same level as the European players or the Chinese players. So the belief is much more now, and I think the way is still very long. I think we will reach there. We are in top 8 or 9 teams. So in the future, if we keep on doing the work, soon we can have an Olympic medal too.
Okay. My question is to you, Mudit, now. So, like, you made it into the senior team in 2018, probably. You made your debut in Nigeria, and in 2019 December, you won the US Open over there. So that was your first senior circuit meet. So what were the work that you put behind in this last 2 years?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, yeah, I played my first senior pro tour in 2018 in August. A couple months before that, I had decided that I'm going to do my college education online. So that was a big decision for me. I think I would have obviously never been able to make that decision without the support of my college, my parents, my coaches, everyone around me who supported me at that time. So I think the big jump for me was obviously playing full time. Up till then, I was always going to school, I was going to college and playing at the same time. So juggling both was obviously something that I think I could do, but to push myself to even greater heights, I think I needed to take that step of deciding to play full time, living in Europe and training back home in India. So obviously, I think the most important thing was that decision, and then putting in the hours on the table that I put in for those 1 or 2 years until I won my senior medal, and I continue to sort of put in those hours. So yeah, I think it's those hours that I put in, and that work that I put in, that obviously started to pay off. It never pays off very quickly. I think everyone knows that also. So I mean, obviously there's a lot more work to do and a lot more to achieve as well.
Harmeet, so earlier Mudit was saying about his transition from junior to senior. Why don't you also talk about it? Like, how was your
Yeah.
experience that?
When I was in junior, I got the opportunity to train with the senior players when I was just 16 years old, and I was selected among the probables for the Commonwealth Games 2010, which was in Delhi.
Mm.
I was among the probables, and I could train with the senior players, and I could go to the national camps when it was in Pune or Patiala or in China. So I could learn a lot from the senior players during that time, and that helped me to improve so much, to understand what the difference is between the junior and senior game, and the mentality what I had. I knew what I had to change to become a senior team member. So this was a very good time. I was really young, but I knew things which was very much appropriate, and I think I had really good seniors who could teach me, like Sharat Kamal or Amal Raj. Those were still in the Indian national team, and they have such a long career. So I learned a lot of things from them, and because of that, I have been able to pick up few things which I am implementing in my game, and that's the reason I could also come into the team at a very young age, around 20 or 21. So, like the phrase is called "catch them young." That is very important. That if the players are picked at the early age, they can learn new things. So I was picked on at the age of 16. So I think that such initiatives are needed to be taken so that new youngsters can come up and have and reach the heights. Yeah.
So, Harmeet, could you tell us more about your experience of playing with Sharat Kamal and how his words has helped him, and like how much guidance do you get from him as a senior?
Yeah, actually, when I was growing up, I always used to watch him. I used to admire him, and I never thought that I would be able to share the dressing room with him.
Hmm.
So it was always a dream for me, and to play with him in the same team is a dream come true. And I've learned a lot of things. The way he's professional, the way he's committed to the sport, because the way he has carried himself since 2004 or 5. He has been on the top. He has carried the Indian flag since then, and he's doing it really well even at this age. And I see his commitment being in the warm up or during the stretching, cool down. He's so professional in each and everything. That's why he's able to prolong his career so much. And I have learned everything from him, and I love the way he carries himself. So there are so many things. I got useful tips from him. I still remember 2018 Asian Games where I got his useful tips during the Japan game and Chinese Taipei game, where I could win a match against Chinese Taipei, and that has helped me a lot to improve. And I also credit him for helping me find the club in Germany where I train. So the last 2 years where I improved is the place which was selected from him. So there are a lot of instrumental things that he has helped me upon, and one of the reasons why I am today is because of him.
Mudit, I was reading up somewhere like both of your grandmothers have played some major role in your career. Like one of them have helped you started your journey, and someone helped you in like to recover it from a career-threatening injury. So can you just elaborate on that?
Sure. I'll surely talk about that. Just one thing I wanted to add. I think as Harmeet was saying that think seniors are very important. I've also obviously grown up watching Sharad Bhai. I remember watching Harmeet Bhai play in 2014 Commonwealth. I've seen that transition of sort of watching him play on TV, and then last year I was sharing the room with him at a pro tour. So obviously all these things are extremely inspirational to me as well. I've grown up watching all of them, and now to sort of play at the same tournaments at them with as them, share the room with them, talk to them over lunch. I think it's very important, and you can learn a lot of things. But if I have to talk about my grandparents, my grandmothers, so basically, yeah, as you were mentioning, one of them was the reason I started playing. I was living with my nani when she was supposed to go through a heart surgery. So whole summer vacation I was there. I started playing in her building with my cousins and with other children in that building. And she always motivated me to play, and she still always supports my decisions to play sports. So obviously that was something really really big for me. And my dadi helped me when I was 13 when I got injured for the first time, and I wasn't too sure whether I'd be able to play again because I was an enthusiastic kid and I had a lot of pain in my shoulder, but I still decided to play the finals of a district match,
Okay.
which if I think about now was one of the most irresponsible decisions I could have taken. But I was an excited kid, and I maybe understand a little bit why I did that. And then for about 5 to 6 weeks, I could not play,
Mm.
and physiotherapy was not helping. But luckily, she took me to a yoga center in Pune, and I got to learn from one of the greatest ever, Shri BKS Iyengar. So he helped me a lot at that point, and I think both of them have played immense roles, as you said, in my career, and I'd like to obviously thank both of them for that.
Uh, One thing I'd like to know from both of you. So first, Harmeet can go. Like, wanted to ask you, what is the plan to recuperate with these things that is going on? Right, there's a mental pressure also in this point of time. So how do you battle the mental challenges that you have to go back to play again and like you have to excel in that domain again? So Harmeet, what are your strategies working for you?
It's one of the most important part. The mental part is, I would say, the most important part for a sports person, and especially table tennis, because mental part comes in from the early stage of your career till the end, and you need so many aspects in life to in table tennis to improve, to excel. So, be it passion, discipline, dedication, determination, uh, be it patience, all these aspects come into play to become a top level player. And also, while you are playing, there is so much pressure when you are representing the country, or when people are eyeing a goal from you. So there are so many things you need to learn on the way to handle the pressure. And somehow I have liked to play under pressure, and I like to play in such situations. And I'm really lucky that the team has put in trust in me to put me in time and again to play for India, and to put me against strong players. So I think that that's very important to have a mindset where you can play more and more matches, and you don't care about winning or losing in the initial stages of your career, where you, if even if you lose, you kind of learn things, and with the learning you can analyze and come back to tournaments. And in table tennis also, there are so many back-to-back tournaments, so you cannot like cry, or you cannot get upset after one loss. Definitely you need to analyze, but you at the same time you need to move on fast. Also, even if you win a tournament, I remember I won the Commonwealth Championship last year, and the next day I was playing G Satyan again in UTP. So I had to move on from the victory and then analyze about the last match and plan it again, that what he will be playing against me and what I need to do against him to stop his plan. So this kind of mind games players need to know, so that we can play well or we can achieve things.
Okay. And what about you?
Yeah, I think he put it very well that I think the mind is very important in this process of sort of getting back.
Hmm.
We have obviously been away from the game compared to our usual schedule and situation for about 4 to 5 months now. But there's also been a lot of different things that we could have done. You can try new things on the table, you can work on your fitness, so getting back, I think the key would obviously be patience. You need to understand that it has been time off, and even if you are training or working out, it's still not the same as a usual match atmosphere where you're playing 1, 2, 3 even tournaments per month, in a busy month. So I think obviously getting back is going to take a little bit of time, but it's all about the mental preparation. As he said, analyzing your losses, analyzing your wins as well, of course, and sort of staying consistent, staying calm and patient, because obviously with time we'll sort of get back to our 100% level, then start improving again in different parts of it. So yeah, I think it's all about patience, and it's all about just staying grounded.
Mudit, my question is that the Indian team is out of contention for Olympics right now. So now all
Yep.
three things is sorry, my question is to Harmeet. Sorry. So now the event is like they are out of contention for the team event. Now that there are some personal goals you have set for yourself, I guess, for to qualify in the singles event. So what are how are you planning things ahead?
So the things are very uncertain now, and it would be very premature to say something right now because there is no schedule out, and also I think it's difficult to analyze what the things will be, how the things will turn out, if the events will be conducted, or how they are going to, how the ITTF will be selecting the players for the Olympics or nominating them. So it's difficult to say as of now, but still my eyes are on the 2021 Olympics to represent India. And if not in 2021, I will still keep on going, keep on trying for 2024.
Apart from that, TT, how has been your lockdown going? You said you were cooking something. You learned some cook, you were in the kitchen and you were cooking something. So what did you cook?
Yeah, I learned to cook dal from my mother. I learned to cook khichdi because always when I am in Germany, I used to cook some fast food which takes less time, and also which is easy to cook, and also I didn't want it to clean so many vessels. So now when I am back home, my mother always told me that you need to have some Indian stuff to cook, and also where you can have some Indian things you don't miss home. So I learned to cook khichdi this time. I learned to cook dal, and now I think when I go back to Germany, I won't be missing home so much like I always do, and that's what I have learned, and I hope that more things in future that I will be preparing, I can cook to other players, and they can also have and give their feedback.
Mudit, what about you? What are your interests apart from TT?
So in the lockdown, I mean, I love music. I like listening to all types of music, but in terms of singing, for people around me, for their sake, I should not be singing because everyone says I'm really bad. But when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I sing. I've been obviously studying right now. I've been trying to finish as much studies as I can because I'll be graduating in about 6 months from now.
Oh, what is it? What's your subject?
I'm studying business management.
Okay.
So I'm graduating in 6 months. So obviously I need to study, and I might as well make the most of the time now. So obviously I've been studying. I've been listening to a little bit of music. Couple of new interests that I had. I started this live series.
Yeah, I was going through that. I was going to ask about the in the spotlight. I saw
Yeah.
this. So how's it going for you?
No, it's been amazing. Obviously connecting with athletes for me has been great, but I've been receiving a lot of feedback from young players, from others, just that it's going really well. They're learning things, and to me that was the most important thing, because I started out because I wanted to inspire and motivate people during this anxious time, during this negative time. It's I think it's really hard for
Questions.
everyone's work, whatever it is sort of out of its regular shape. So obviously it was hard for everyone, and I was just really glad to obviously listen to them, but also hear from people that it's something that they're able to learn something from it. It's something that they look forward to every week. And subtle promotion right now, but this weekend there's a really big episode. Hopefully this video is out before that, but otherwise
Okay.
do tune in, guys.
Sorry.
Do tune in, guys.
Okay. So who's coming in this weekend's episode?
This weekend's episode is an Independence Day special. Really big guest. I haven't announced it, but it'll be out tonight, right after this interview. So you guys can check it out. I'm not
Okay.
going to announce it.
So Mohit, one more thing I would like to ask, like you have trained in India and both you've been to the foreign countries and trained there. So what is the big difference that you saw between these, like the training in India and in other countries?
I think main two things are the structure and the intensity.
Hmm.
I think over there, that their planning not only for the whole month or the whole year is very good, but also even every individual session, they're working on some very specific things, and it's also specific to each player. And also in terms of the intensity, if you compare maybe the number of hours that some of the centers in India would sort of be saying that we play, 3-4 hours in the morning, 3-4 hours in the evening. Sometimes if you compare that to a European center, maybe they are playing a little bit less, but the intensity is very high and very specific. So I think those would sort of be the main two differences. And obviously a big part is also the fact that they have the year-long league system. So you get to play a lot of matches with your training, and you can sort of try to implement some things into those matches, analyze them, and get back to the training hall and work on specific things. So I think the difference was obviously very big when I started training abroad many years ago. But I think now even in India there are some very good centers and some amazing coaches who are sort of adapting to this new system.
Harmeet, you have played UTT and like playing alongside with like so many star players. Can you just elaborate your experience?
Yeah, I still remember playing the first UTT and going out playing against Gionis in the very first match. It was a really different feeling because I've always watched them play on TV, or I was always watching them on the center court playing in the Pro Tours. So facing them, and also everyone expecting me to win one set out of the 3 games. And it was really a difficult situation where so many people come out to watch in UTT, because that's not the normal scenario in India. But in UTT it was totally a different atmosphere where people come, people support the franchise, and it was totally a different feeling. But I went there and I gave my best. I was playing really freely because it was also a very difficult situation for Gionis coming to India and playing for the first time in UTT. And I beat the top 20 guy for the first time ever. And it was such a great feeling for me, such a great confidence boost for me. So after that, I could win many more players in the future tournaments. I could improve my world ranking. I could win a Pro Tour. So all these things gave me a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in my game, that if I can beat them in India, if I can beat them in UTT, I can still beat them in the Pro Tours or World Championships.
Mudit, you have also seen the UTT. Like, which team were you supporting?
I am not supporting any team, but I like to support a couple of players. Of course, I love to watch my favorite tie match would be probably the men's singles, Indian versus foreign, because I always like seeing, obviously Harmeet Bhai, Satyan Bhai, Sharad Bhai, all of my seniors, playing against the best in the world, be it as you said, Gionis or Chuang Chi-Wan, or any of those other players, who came like Gauzy or Duda. So for me, obviously, it was a big learning curve to see them playing against the top players. I always, see them playing against each other. I also see them sometimes in Pro Tours, but to see them in India, with the big crowd cheering them on, it's a completely different feeling. So for me, I look forward to more of the specific matches, and it's an unbelievable experience. I don't have as much fun watching UTT as compared to any other tournament in the world. I think the atmosphere with the lights and music and the entertainment is just at another level.
Harmeet, you have been around with many of players. So, who is the funniest guy in the team right now?
Amal Raj.
Amal Raj.
I couldn't guess it. And what about Satya and like Sharad Kamal?
Yeah, Satyan is not. Yeah, he's funny, but he's not as funny as Amal Raj.
Okay.
Satyan talks a lot of serious things. He has a lot of opinions.
Okay.
Has a lot of knowledge about things,
Yeah.
and it's difficult to win an argument against him.
Okay. So my last question to both of you would be like, what is your immediate plan and what are your long-term future goals right now? So Harmeet, you can say.
Yeah. So can you ask again? Sorry, I didn't hear.
I just wanted to ask you, what is your immediate plan right now, and what do you look for as a long-term goal?
Yeah. So now I have applied for the French visa. So I hope that I'll be getting that soon. And then I'll be heading to France and then Germany. I train in Germany most of the time. So I'm waiting for my visa approval. And as soon as I get the visa, I'll be going there. And then for the long-term goal, I think I'm planning that if I can qualify for the 2021 Olympics, and then also I have my eyes on the 2022 Commonwealth Games that will be in Birmingham. Yeah, so I have these two things in mind, and I am preparing for that, and also Asian Games 2022. So I hope that we can win a medal again in 2022.
What about you, Udit?
Yeah, for me also, I'm going to be playing league in France this year. I'm not too sure when I will be able to go, but some as even Harmeet Bhai was saying, some paperwork is going on, and I'll hopefully apply for visa soon and get back to training, get back to competing. So immediately, I'm not too sure what exactly is going to happen. But in terms of long-term goals, it's always been a dream of mine, and I hope to be able to play for the Indian national team at multi-sport events like Commonwealth Games, Asian Games, Olympics. I think this is the biggest pride and the biggest honor that any sportsman can have. So that is my long-term goal.
Thank you for joining us, both of you. Like, it was a really pleasant to talk with you, and this brings the end to our first episode of India's Next Gen. And we'll be back with another episode very soon. Till then, keep following the bridge. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.